Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network this Monday night. The Street Stock Series with the Short Track National Showdown is back in action, and tonight they're taking on Oxford Plains. It's going to be one of the toughest tracks you're going to see short tracking, as this is almost a perfect circle of a track. One of the toughest out there, definitely for sure out there in iRacing. So as these drivers have got to put down their three best laps, we are going to go to the playing of the national anthem. When we come back, it's going to be 125 laps of good grassroots street stock race action coming your way. So don't go anywhere, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. I'm Dustin Caldwell, coming at you here this Monday night. The Street Stock Series back in action here at Oxford Plains. If you've been following this series, you know that one of the prominent drivers out here that you're going to see tonight, Thomas Axum, driver of the number 13 Tom Axum Trucking. Yellow and blue machine out there tonight. It was coming in tonight, leading the series in points. Right behind him, though, moving up 2 slots from last week, Blake Barney going to be one of the drivers to watch out. Shots fired last week out of Phoenix. Blake Barney says you're going to see that car in victory lane here tonight, so we'll have to see how that'll play out. Kalen Muller, Ryan Lang, and Dan LaFoe rounding out your top 5, also tied with LaFoe in 5th, moving up 3 positions, Wesley Utt. So we got a lot of good battling going on for these top 5 in points. You're going to see some good battling here at this 0.38-mile track as we take a look at the race information tonight on your screen here at Oxford Plains Speedway. You can see 0.38 is the total. It says 0.3 there. We got 65 degrees in the air, 70 degrees on the track, a little bit of overcast. Perfect racing conditions for some grip, and they're going to need all that they can get here at this track. Want to let you know out here tonight, folks, you're going to see something different. At the start of the race tonight, if you've been following racing news, knowing that Brian Clausen, the 27-year-old driver, tragically lost his life fatally was wounded at a track in Kansas this past Saturday night. USAC driver ended up passing away due to his wounds suffered there at that track. And tonight they're going to be doing the missing man formation during the pacing lap. So you're going to see the pole sitter driver here tonight go back to about third position, and they're going to do that in honor of him. They had a moment of silence for Brian Clausen. We're going to honor that during the pacing laps here tonight. It's going to be some great racing for you folks, but thoughts, prayers, and everybody out there in the racing community pulling together to put their thoughts and prayers out there for the Clausen family as well. Really, really talented driver took in at the age of 27, unfortunately. And if you tuned in last night here to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, we did a memorial race for Tanner Eisenhower, son of Michelle Eisenhower, one of the great spectators that we have out here in iRacing. Unfortunately, people are taken at a young age, and it's never anything you want to see. So, thoughts and prayers for everybody out there alike, especially the Eisenhower and Clausen families tonight. Just definitely got our hearts and minds open to those families out there. But moving on, though, talking about some of the things you're going to see here tonight as well, some of the drivers that you're going to want to watch out for. Again, Thomas Axum winning last week at Phoenix. He'll be starting at the tail. This is the league rule. So you're going to see that car, the pole setter here tonight, will be up front. But if it is Axum, he will be starting at the tail of the field by the Street Stock Series rules here. Got to give a special shout-out to Skip Lynn and Teddy Groh, the guys up there in the race control booth. If you want to know more information about who these guys are, you can find them on the web, Short Track National Showdown. Got a link in this video for you to look at. And go see all the points of actions, what they're doing, as well as that intro video that we played here tonight. Just a few more moments remaining here in qualifying, and it looks like, while we take a look at our qualifying results real quick here, it looks like Matt Cooker, the number 12 machine here tonight, 16.077 at 77.92 miles an hour, going to set your fast time. Thomas Axum will be relegated to the back of the field, but he has your second fast time, just about .153 off that pace. Kayla Moeller, Wesley Udd, and Dan LaFoe in the top five, rightfully so, as these drivers are in the top five in the points. Imagine you would find those guys up towards the top. If you want to know any more information, what we got going on in the Digital Forge Broadcast Network, we got some things in the works coming up. New series starting this Friday with the Loose Lug Nuts group. They're starting their short track series yet again. You can find it on the web at forgebroadcasting.com. Like it on Facebook at facebook.com/Digital Forge Broadcasting. And as always, folks, we do appreciate those who tune in out there on YouTube watching us. If you want to partake in the chat, there is a chat section out there. Feel free to voice your opinions about your favorite drivers that you're concerned about, any general racing questions. We're always happy to answer them. One of the shout-outs we give to Michelle Eisenhower. Didn't know much about racing when she started watching iRacing, and it would ask questions here and there. We're always happy to be able to provide some general knowledge to help you better understand the sport so you can be more involved into the sport. And now, armed with that, she comes in and she knows exactly what's going on, and we're happy to be able to provide that information for you through these great league races that these guys put on. And just got about a few more moments here, and we'll be set to go to the grid. And again, tonight, folks, missing man formation in honor of the late Brian Clausen passing away here this past weekend. Suffered some injuries. I believe it was Belleville racetrack out there running the USAC midgets. Just a sad thing to see happen. Somebody with such great talent as well. I mean, the articles that have been read and written about him, the guy had some great talent, especially if you know anything about dirt racing, one of the hardest sports out there. It's so temperamental out there on those dirt tracks. You're the wrong moment, the wrong move, and you can find yourself flipping over. But it's some of the best racing you probably will see, and it's going to be exciting because the iRacing is bringing dirt to this simulator, so it'll be great to see that. We're going to look to have some of those great races covered for you once that build actually comes out. So that no official release date on dirt with iRacing as of yet. It's one of the things we've been monitoring, and we would love to bring to you when the time comes. Looking at the flag there in your top left, we have now finished qualifying. Let's go take a look at the grid and see where we're at here tonight. This is what your starting grid's going to look like. Ryan Lang, Thomas Axum, Ted Groh, Dan LaFoe, James Kugler, Skip Lynn, D.W. Jones, Wesley Utt, Zachary Malden, Cole Eastman are going to be in the first 5 rows. We're moving through this quickly because of the moment of silence here, folks. Looking back through 20, Blake Barney, Jeremy Crandall, Mike Rafferty, Brad Carpenter, Tracy Jenkins, Stephen Harrison, Matt Cooker, Kalen Moeller, Carson Dijon Tomaso, and Mark LaRoche through 20. And Ryan Lang out there being shown in first yet again, but he is on the pole here tonight. Again, folks, we are going to honor the missing man formation in the late Brian Clausen, 27-year-old, passed away this past weekend in a racing accident. So we will do that until the green flag, folks.
Green, green, green.
And the missing man formation provided during the pace laps here tonight in honor of the late Brian Clausen. We are now under green flag, folks. And it's going to be a great race here tonight. Right behind Wesley at the number 45 machine out there up front, that green Chevrolet coming down the front stretch. You can see D.W. Jones, the 17 machine, battled with the 11 of Dan LaFoe, who's going to push in the turn. And now will be side by side with the 73 of Jeremy Crandall as they work their way across that start-finish line into turn number 1. Crandall battling hard. Number 24 machine you see up there, that is Zachary Malden making his debut here tonight to the inside 11 of Dan LaFoe into turn number 1 here on lap number 5. These laps are going to go quick, folks. 125 laps coming at you. Oh, and somebody's going to get loose. Looks like James Kugler got loose there in turn number 3. Little curb slot car action. Yellow flag not coming out, so it was safe. Race control didn't see any particular items that could have induced a wreck, so they kept the green flag out. Into the backstretch. Towards turn number 3 goes the 45 of Wesley Utt. That Skull Bandit machine across the start-finish line into lap number 8. Really working this track. It's going to get tougher and tougher as we move along. You can see this Indiana driver here tonight. Started 5th. He's moved his way up to the 1st position. Looking on lap number 8 in total of laps led as he moves into lap number 9. Right behind him, D.W. Jones trying to hold off that 73 of Jeremy Crandall as they make their way into the front stretch. Heading into the double digits of laps now. LaFoe with a good battle behind him. The 77 of Ryan Lang, the 24 of Zachary Malden. Battling hard. Malden looks to the inside of LaFoe. He's going to use a little bit of curb, and LaFoe's going to get spun around.
Man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And into lap number 11. First caution flag comes out, and it's going to be Dan LaFoe getting spun. Showed you this live. Zachary Malden, the 24 machine. Right here as we look to bring it out just a little bit. Actually, we'll bring it in here. Right there's a good view of it. A little bit of contact. Looseness from the 11 of LaFoe. He's going to go over the curb. Malden has nowhere to go but into the side of the 11 machine. And unfortunately, Dan LaFoe is going to be spun out. So the caution flag comes out on lap number 11. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short commercial break. When we come back, more race action to come your way. This is the Street Stock Series Short Track National Showdown, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
How much longer do you want to wait for Dave to talk about this dart release?
Why? What's he doing?
I'm pretty sure he's playing Pokemon again.
Again?
Yes, again.
Caution is out.
Welcome back to Oxford Plains this Monday night. Caution flag coming out here, heading into lap number 20. He's actually on lap number 19. A few of the drivers there, 73 of Jeremy Crandall involved. Again, talking about Oxford Plains, folks, this is one of the toughest tracks. As you can see how very narrow these, and by narrow the angle, not exactly the width of the track, but how very narrow these turns are, and quickly turns into a front stretch. It doesn't actually feel like you're actually driving straight at any point on this track. It almost feels like a constant turning action. Steering wheel never really stays straight. But it is the 45 of Wesley Udd currently leading this group around. Total of 20 laps led. He's been up front since he got to the front. D.W. Jones, the number 17 machine, right there behind him. Batman Bruce Wayne himself, sponsor of that car, finds himself in second. Ryan Lang, let's take a look. There's your top five. Ryan Lang back there in third. The 77, Matt Cooker. Number 12 machine, and Thomas Axum, the number 13 machine. So Axum started at the tail, winning last week at Phoenix. Has already brought himself up to the top five here in the first 22 laps. This is your race summary there. Wesley Udd, your current race leader. 22 laps completed, 0 lead changes, 2 total cautions. Nice little shot of the field there as they make their way around. Lights should be coming off the pace car this time around. We'll begin bunching up side by side here. We'll be back to green on lap number 25. Pace car going to be set to go into the pits just outside of turn number 4. Between 3 and 4, here we go. It's going to be D.W. Jones, Wesley Udd up front. Here we go into the front stretch.
Green flag,
The green flag flies. We're back to the race on lap number 25. Some 3, nearly 4 wide action back there around 11th position. These guys are going to be battling hard. And check out that number 12 car of Cooker. Working that outside groove to get around the 77 of Ryan Lang, and Udd's going to be tagged a little bit. And this is how fast things can bunch up right there. And you see that 14 of Blake Barney get caught up in the mix. Everybody gets repositioned, straightened out, and they're moving again. No yellow flag. Plenty of time to make it back up, but the 17 of D.W. Jones has taken over the race lead here into lap 27, heading towards lap number 28. Zachary Malden back there trying to fend off that 77 of Ryan Lang as they head into turn number 2. Look at the race action back here with LaFoe and company. At 53 machine, looking pretty snazzy back there. Kugler got spun early on in the race. Now trying to work his way back through the field, make some contact with Crandall. They're both going to go to the infield as they will get repositioned, re-straightened out here, make their way back to the track. Here comes the race leader, D.W. Jones, into lap number 30. Out of turn number 2 into the backstretch in a hurry. He is running down lap traffic just ahead. That is James Kugler. Muldoon and Lang still battling as now Lang looks to take him on the inside into turn number 1 and will get it. He's going to have second position into the backstretch. Nice, beautiful inside pass there from the 77 of Ryan Lang. Back there in 5th position, or 4th position, I should say, Michael Rafferty, the 41 driver. Had a tough time at Phoenix last week. Looked really solid. And tonight you can see he's playing the patient game, not really putting any pass moves on just yet, kind of outside the norm of his driving style. This guy, good racecraft on that machine, able to get around people. And you can see he's riding the bumper there of Malden out of turn number 2. He's going to look for the inside pass into that third turn. Will he have enough? He's got him! And now Rafferty to the inside of Malden here in lap number 34, and will get the pass. Malden had nowhere to go, had to check up there out of turn number 2. And now the 41 of Michael Rafferty has moved into third position. Matt Cooker into the front stretch towards turn number 1.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And
Caution is
we've
out.
got a caution flag in the air. Oh, and some animosity there. Looks like Cole Eastman's going to actually do a little dirt track action there off of turn 1 and 2. So these guys will be bunched up yet again. D.W. Jones making his way down pit road, going to take some fuel. See if he goes for any tires. See, the right side's coming up, so he's going to take some tires here, folks. Thomas Axum down pit road as well. Pit lane pretty much spans the whole track here, folks. Cooker makes his way off of pit road. Here comes D.W. Jones ahead of Thomas Axum. Axum left side. Tires being changed. Drops. He's going to come off at the same time as the 14 of Blake Barney. LaFoe making his way off of pit road. So Blake Barney last week feeling very confident coming into this track, saying that we can expect this car see his car in victory lane tonight. He's definitely got some digging to do. Light should be heading off the pace car this time by. So we got one more lap. Lights to come off next time by. It's the extension there for the pitting. It'll be Ryan Lang, Michael Rafferty up front when we go back to the green. Rounding out that front four, Zachary Malden and Kalen Moeller now. The 84 machine finds himself in fourth position. Should see the lights extinguish off the pace car this time by as it crosses that start-finish line. Back green on lap number 41. Pace car takes him into turn number 3. Here we go. Ryan Lang, Michael Rafferty up front. Pace cars into the pits.
Green flag, green flag.
Gives the signal. We are back to the green. Ryan Lang to the inside will take over the race lead into lap number 41. 24 of Zachary Malden right there behind him, looking to the inside, not going to have the room. 3-4 wide action out of turn number 4. Ryan Lang with the race lead. Kalen Moeller back there in third. In fourth, Michael Rafferty falls from second to fourth. Trying to hold down that inside lane. Malden now side by side with Moeller. Moeller to the inside of Malden. Will have an edge as Rafferty now comes up side by side with Malden. And it looks like Rafferty will be in the clear into the back stretch. So Kalen Moeller in that mid-groove has got some concerns. Rafferty to the inside. These guys are starting to fight for position now. Into lap number 44 they go. Ryan Lang has got about a 6-car length lead over the rest of the field. 3 wide action. Heading in, D.W. Jones in the middle of all that hoopla. And somebody's going off the track. And we got a big mix-up. Dan LaFoe involved in an incident. Second time tonight, the number 11 machine has been caught up in a yellow flag incident. Let's go back and take a look at the replay. Going to go on board here with the 11 machine. Right here in turns 1, 2, just some contact made with other drivers. Over the curb he goes. You see Wesley Hutt go by. Right there, that 24 machine. Zachary Malden going to be making some additional contact. Looks like Kugler's going to get a wave around here. So as we take a look at your top 5, folks, right there it is. Ryan Lane, Kalen Moeller, Michael Rafferty, Matt Cooker, and Thomas Axum rounding out your top 5. Axum has not been able to get up past that top 5 slot tonight. Had 2 lead changes so far in the race with a total of 4 cautions. One of the things that they have been working with the Short Track National Showdown League is working on driver aggression. These guys, points battling, knowing that they have a prize at the end of the season, really want to fight every race, every chance they get to get as many points as possible to try to be ahead when the final checkered flag falls in this season. And race control says you've got a long way to go. No reason to be out there fighting every lap like it's the last lap of the season. Lights come off the pace car. We're going to be back green on lap 51. Ryan Lang, Kayla Moeller. Moeller to the outside of Lang here as they come down the back stretch. Rafferty to the inside of Cooker. Pace car into the pits. Here we go.
Green
The
flag,
green flag flies. We're back to the race on lap 51. Guys running really wide there in turns 1 and 2. But look at the banging and bruising between Lang and Moeller. Moeller's going to get bumped and pushed high here in turn 4, and that opens the doorway for Michael Rafferty, the 41 machine, to the inside. Thomas Axum behind Rafferty. Going to try to move through that field. We got some 3 wide action coming out of turn number 2. Cooker in the middle of it. Nowhere to go as now Rafferty's to the high side. Axum sneaks through that lower groove, moves into second position, and now right behind him, Blake Barney. Also,
all right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And a lot of bumping and bruising there. Race control throwing a caution flag before anything major comes out of it. Had 5 wide at one point, even people using the inside of the curb. So that'll bring out another caution flag. But take a look at this. Thomas Axum, the 13 machine, has moved into second position. Beautiful, beautiful inside pass. Followed Rafferty through turn number 3. Was able to sneak around as Rafferty went up to the high side. Axum out of turn number 4. Took over second position. And the guy right behind him, Blake Barney, it's number 14 machine with the New Jersey driver behind it. He's going to look to battle that 13 car to make sure he's ahead of him. Coming up next week out of Oxford, we move into the CS Designs 100, Thompson Speedway. Going to be 100 laps there in a couple of weeks. The Evergreen 100, we're going to take on Concord Speedway. Street Stock Series definitely moving all across the country for some great short track racing action. Getting closer and closer to the halfway point of the race. Already one pit stop in the bag for these drivers. Imagine we'll see the next pit stop come probably around lap number 75-ish if there's a yellow flag. Technically, they shouldn't have to stop. Being a 0.38 mile track, they should be able to do about 100 laps without having to stop. Most of these drivers out there not taking a full tank of gas is their anticipation of at least making one pit stop, trying to make the car lighter so they're out in front. Tires, not necessarily a factor per se like it would be on some of the larger tracks. Lights now move off of the pace car. Back green on lap 59. Axum will be to the outside of Lang. Barney's going to have the favorable groove to the inside of Rafferty. Let's see how this is going to play out when we get back to that green flag. Pace car into 3. Now heading into the pits. Flagman ready to give the signal. Out of 4. The green flag flies. We're back to the race on lap 59. Axum already trying to get around Lang in turn 1. Will do so. That high side pass. Lang not ready to take it away, and now Barney to the inside of Lang down the backstretch. Will have the move. He's going to go right around him on the inside. Let's see if he's going to be able to run down Thomas Axum. Ryan Lang now falls back to 3rd position in just a matter of 1 lap and a few turns. Blake Barney into the inside trying to run down the 13 of Axum. Caitlin Moeller back there behind the 77 of Lang. It is Matt Cooker behind Caitlin Moeller. Lang now falling back as well. Still holding on to 3rd is Caitlin Moeller to the inside out of turn number 2. It looks to pick up 3rd position. He'll still be side by side with the 77 with just a nose out ahead. And we've got another caution flag. Somebody having some control issues there out of turn number 2. Start to see some of the drivers, Cooker and Lang, making their way down, as well as Rafferty come down pit road. Lap 75, typically the point you're going to see these guys come in at least for some fuel. Had we had stayed green up to this point. But having these cars bunched back up is going to work well for that 14 machine of Blake Barney. He's going to be starting to the outside of Thomas Axum. Axum finding a outside group to be able to pass Lang on the last restart. We'll have to contend with this guy right here who feels at home here at Oxford Plains. See Barney following behind the 13 car. Gonna want to get around him. He wants to pick up a victory in this series. Don't rule out that rainbow machine behind him, the 84 of Caitlin Moeller. That Texas driver, that Texas ferocity, wants to pick up that runner-up slot, probably take it away from the 14. You can never rule out Batman either. D.W. Jones back there in 4th position. Give it up for Wesley Hunt, though. He's hanging in there in the top 5. The Indiana driver tonight is up front. Total of 23 laps led. Cars will look to get bunched up. Lights will come off the pace car next time by. And it will be Axum and Barney up front. Moeller and Jones rounding out the front 4. Hutt will have, looks like Eastman to the outside of him. Pace car set to go into the pits. There it goes. Flagman with the signal.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag, lost my voice. Green flag's out. We're back to the race. Lap 67. And Barney with a little bit of looseness out of turn number 2 will give up a fatal flaw as Caitlin Moore looks to the inside. Marty's going to push mid, banging and bruising behind him. I'm just losing my voice here tonight,
All right,
and
man,
Wesley
caution is
that's
out.
going to be
Caution is
spun
out.
around. Let's go back and take a look at the replay there on the 45 Skull Bandit car of Wesley Utt. Lot of damage down there on that car, but the beautiful thing with street stocks not nearly needing the aerodynamics on shorter tracks. Almost like a demolition derby car. Right there it is. Just going to get a little helpful hand there from Tracy Jenkins, the 31 machine. And that's going to send that Skull Bandit 45 spinning in turn number 2. He'll make his way down pit road, picking up some fuel. So we're going to take a short commercial break, folks. When we come back, more race action to come your way here from Oxford Plains. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Oxford Plains this Monday night here for the Street Stock Series Short Track National Showdown League. Thomas Axum with the race lead, heading into lap number 78. Single file restarts have been implemented due to the congestion created by the double file
All right, man,
restarts.
caution is out. Caution is out.
And Wesley Utt going to go for another spin. Wesley Utt involved right about the same point last time, was spun by Tracy Jenkins. And this time will be spun again there in turn numbers 1 and 2, right at the division between the two turns. Fast repair implemented there on the 45 Skull Bandit car, looking a little bit better than it has in the prior laps. Thomas Axum now on lap number 79 looks to make his way down pit road, taking advantage of this caution around the pivotal point of pitting. Kayla Moeller, Blake Barney, and Dan LaFoe as well make their way down pit road. So it's going to be some tires there for Axum. And Moeller's going to make his way off of pit road, taking no tires. Barney as well. And now, product of the virtual world there, folks. Two cars wanted to become one. Just a good battle off of pit road. And Thomas Axum will be in sixth position, pending in the fact no other cars go down pit road. Dan LaFoe down there having a little bit of issues in the backstretch. So as the pace car crosses the start-finish line, we'll show you the top five here. This is what it looks like. D.W. Jones, Matt Cooker, Jeremy Crandall, Ryan Lang, and Kalen Moeller, your top five. Again, single file restarts being implemented due to the congestions of the double file restarts here at Oxford Plains. Race summary out there on your screen. Total of 4 lead changes tonight, 8 total cautions. 81 laps completed out of the 125, now 82 as D.W. Jones crosses that start-finish line. Lights off the pace car, back green on lap number 84.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going
Just
green
like
this time. We are
the race
not
control
going
makes a
green.
liar out of me. Decided to stay yellow for one more time as they are allowing some wave arounds here for guys to catch up back to the lead lap. So we'll have at least one more additional lap of pacing here. Coming up Wednesday night, Championship Racing Association back in action with their Modified Madness Tour. It's been a great one. If you tuned in last week at Rockingham, very foggy track. Probably one of the foggiest races that I've ever had the opportunity to broadcast. It was a great race there. Look forward to seeing what they got this Wednesday night. Pace car into turn 3, set to go into the pits this time by D.W. Jones to set that pace coming out of turn number 4. There goes the pace
Green
car.
flag, green flag.
Green flag's back in the air. We're on the way to lap number 85. Cooker back there in second position. And Moeller already in turn 2. Molden using the curb as a potential way to cut the track. Axum will be to the inside. Cooker's going to push wide. Not Cooker, excuse me. Cooker in second position. It was Eastman who pushed wide there in turn number 3. And it looks like Moeller may have... Looking like Moeller, but I don't think it's Moeller. Kugler hanging on right there behind Rafferty. And now Cooker to the inside of D.W. Jones in turn number 3. Side-by-side action, and he's going to go around him. So Matt Cooker picks up the race lead into lap number 88. Beautiful inside pass through 3 and 4. Been seeing that action there all tonight. And now the number 12 machine pulls away just a little bit. Here comes the 73 of Jeremy Crandall right there behind D.W. Jones. Looking to make his pass on the inside as he looks out of turn number 2 down that backstretch. Won't have enough to get up to the back of D.W. Jones. Axum really on the bumper of Ryan Lang there coming out of turn number 4. He's going to try to shoot that inside gap. Not going to have it into turn number 1, but Axum really working that inside move. You can see he's wanting to get to the inside. Do a little friendly short track racing nudge, as they call it. A little bump pass, if you will. It's where you bump the back of the driver. Oh, some checkup action there for Crandall, and Axum has to go high. Lang into the back of Crandall. A little bit of miss action there, and now Axum not quite at the door. He was at the quarter panel, nudges Lang out of the way. And Lang very generous with allowing Axum to have that position. And Lang did have the right-of-way there in the turn. And Axum trying to put the nudge on Crandall, uses the curb. He's at door level. This is legal. will go around Crandall out of turn number 2, and now Thomas Axum has picked up third position. D.W. Jones and Cooker battle for the race lead out of turn number 4 into lap 94. Again, for those of you out there who don't understand passing privileges in short track racing, you have to be at door level. The nose of your vehicle has to be at their door level for you to be able to legally be into the inside. If you're not at door level, you have to let off and try again in another turn or in the backstretch. Axum now solid in third position, Lang in fourth. Rounding out your top 5, Kalen Moeller, who has approaching 73 of Jeremy Crandall, or 80. Yeah, Moeller, Crandall, excuse me, just to the outside of the top 5. But Cooker, total of 9 laps led here, looking to pick up a total of 10 out of turn number 4. Will do so coming across the start-finish line.
Caution is out.
And it looks like Kugler is going to go for a spin in turn 1. Just at the pit exit entrance line there. Let's go back and take a look at the replay. Monster Energy 53 car, the Georgia driver, James Kugler. Tough battle here at Oxford Plains tonight, right there behind Zach Malden. And going to contribute that one to a little bit of oversteer from the 53. Don't know if there was actually contact made there with Malden. Pit camera there on that Monster Energy car sitting down on pit road. Here comes Thomas Axum down pit road, taking advantage of these cautions to get any bit of extra tires, extra fuel. Let's see what he does down pit road. See, the right side comes up. There's going to be 2 tires at least put on that 13 machine. He's just going to go for 2 tires here. Kalen Moeller back there right on pit road is going to go for a full swap of tires. And it looks like Crandall as well will take 4 tires. That guy right there, the number 12 machine of Matt Cooker, total of 13, going on 14 laps led. He's had a good little battle with D.W. Jones, the 17 machine, right there behind him. Ryan Lang, Michael Rafferty still in the mix. Wesley Uck finds himself up into the top 4. Axum will be to the outside. A little bit of maneuvering here, a little sorting of the count, if you will.
Green flag, green flag.
And if I get my camera moved forward just a little bit, we can be back to the race. Little off the game tonight, folks. Do apologize, but here comes the 12 of Matt Cooker. D.W. Jones, Ryan Lang, side by side. Lang to the inside of Jones into turn number 1. And the battle for second position. Axum to the outside. Will look heavily to the inside, and he's going to turn Ryan Lang, and he's going to cut the track. Oh, man, the aggression here from the 13 machine. See some of these drivers battling 3 near 4 wide out of the turns. Wesley Udd has fallen back to 7th position. Cooker out of 4 into lap 105. Axum now into 2nd position. D.W. Jones
All right,
back
man,
there
caution
in
is out.
third.
Caution is out.
And a big pileup. Looks like Cole Eastman's going to be involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look at the 55. Some front end damage there on Eastman's machine, right there behind Zach Molden. Now behind Wesley Udd. And Eastman really misnegotiating that corner into turn number 1. It's going to go right into the side of Molden. Number 20 machine there, that is Mark LaRoche. Nowhere to go for him but making some contact with the 55. And that's going to send Eastman sailing off the track up into the dirt. LaFoe doing a good job trying to miss Eastman there. Don't know if there's actual contact made. Doesn't look like it. But they're going to get a little bit of dirt on these cars. Back under the green here at Oxford Plains. And Axum is going to be sent sailing off the track. Not exactly sure what that was about. Down there on pit road. Let's go back and take a look, replay real quick on this. So here's the restart. Axum to the outside of Cooker. Crandall behind Axum. D.W. Jones, and it looks like it's just going to be a grip snap from the 13, and he's going to be turtled there in the grass outside of turn number 2. Interesting turn of events here in the later half of the race. As Cooker and Muller battle up front for the race lead out of turn number 4 into lap 115. Next time by, we'll have 10 laps remaining. And Muller looks to the outside of Cooker into turn number 1. 10 laps to go. Cooker looks to Muller looks to the inside. Axum now rejoining the track. Back in third position, the 77 of Ryan Lang holding on to third. Axum rejoins the race. Will be scored currently 4 laps down. D.W. Jones on the bumper of Axum. Jones in fourth position.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And it looks like maybe Eastman involved in that one as well. Be officially parked by race control tonight. And Thomas Axum and D.W. Jones having a little issue there out of turn number 1. Not exactly sure what that was all about. You see a little animosity there between the two. But this is your summary statistics. Out of the 119 completed, 7 lead changes, 11 total cautions. As they make their way across the start-finish line, here is your top 5. Once they get through here, we'll have it updated for you. There's your top 5. Cooker, Moeller, Lang, Jones, and Utt. Tough break, though, for Thomas Axum tonight. Was looking hopeful to take another victory. Fortunately, the incident out of turn number 2 pretty much cost him his night. As the pace car comes across into turn number 1, should be back green with about 2 laps to go. It's going to be a nice little shootout. John Hedrick out there over the top paints and designs. Loose lug nuts guy giving a shout out for Thomas Axum, cheering him on out there in the YouTube chat. Appreciate you stopping by, John. Lights off that pace car, folks. Going to be 2 laps to go. A nice little 2-lap shootout. Question is, will these guys hold on to their nerves enough to finish this thing under the green? Everybody's been fighting really hard for positions tonight. Moeller and Cooker will battle it out. Cooker to set the pace. The number 12 machine to the inside of the 84. Here we go. Pace car into the pits.
Green flag,
The green flag flies. We've got 2 laps to go. Into that first turn, some contact already being made. Into the backstretch. Everybody holds solid. White flag next time by. Here comes Cooker. Some guys really going, oh, and we've got a spinning car. Stuntman Kugler. And Cooker out there now in the white flag lap. Here we go. 1 lap to go. Crandall to the inside of the apron is going to be out of it. And Cooker, Moeller, Lang, Jones. Everybody's battling out of turn number 4. Cooker's going to take it. Here comes Moeller, Lang, and Barney. So Matt Cooker, Caleb Moeller, Ryan Lang, D.W. Jones, and Blake Barney will be your top 5 tonight here at Oxford Plains. What a battle tonight. This guy right here, your race winner. Pennsylvania driver tonight. Shows he started up front. And the victory burnout there for the 12 machine. The burnout's so good, the crowd even turns their back to the 12th machine. Must be Thomas Axum fans down there in the front stretch. Excellent job there done by Matt Cooker. What a race it was tonight. So as we look, we'll get you some driver interviews here from the top 3. Joining me now, third place finisher here tonight, the 77 of Ryan Lang makes his way around. Tell us a little bit about this track and what you had to endure here. It's a hard-fought battle to keep some positions. A lot of bumping and banging here at Oxford Plains. How do you feel about your third place finish tonight?
Yeah, I'm not going to complain. I hate this track, but the car was set up pretty tight, and I was kind of anticipating a lot of bumping, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to spin out. And got lucky. The high side was pretty convenient for me. But got lucky with the pit stops and the way cautions came out, and there was an unfortunate wreck there, I think with 10 or 15 to go. That kind of bumped me up about 4 spots. I'll take it.
Coming into tonight, total fourth overall in points. Definitely looking to keep your way up towards that top slot, chasing down Thomas Axon, who currently leads. But next week we go into Thompson. What can we expect there from the 77?
Luck, just a lot of luck. That's pretty much all you need to get through here.
All right. Well, congratulations tonight. Any final thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, my sponsor for putting up the tire bill and the fuel bill for me, and myself for enjoying the long drive to this track.
All right. Well, congratulations on your third place finish, and we look forward to seeing you next week at Thompson there, Ryan.
10-4, thank you.
Coming in second place tonight, the 84 of Kalen Moeller. It's been a rough few weeks for you, Kalen, but tonight you finish in second position here at Oxford Plains. Tell us how you feel.
Oh, I feel pretty good about it. Kind of kicking myself. I definitely had something for Matt, and I blew it coming off turn 4 with 1 to go. So, good run, though. I'm happy with it.
Tell us a little bit about that nice little paint scheme you got there on that car.
Well, this is actually something I run on my other account. I just thought I'd switch it up this week. Maybe try out something different. So.
It looks like it might be one you want to keep. A good lucky paint scheme going forward. Got you in the top 2 there. Not really contributing into the skill of the driver, all in the paint scheme here tonight. Little joke there, but good job driving here tonight. Next week we go into Thompson. What can we expect there from the 84 car?
Oh, Thompson's a pretty decent track for me, so I'm definitely hoping to run top 5, shooting for top 2 again, but see how it goes. Just trying to maintain, run a good point season, and still contend for the wins.
All right. Well, is there any additional thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for your runner-up finish tonight?
No, this one's all on me. Self-sponsored, self-built tune, a lot of time practicing this week.
Well, you find yourself third in points coming in tonight. You help your cause out heading into Thompson next week. Congratulations on your runner-up finish.
Thanks, sir. We'll see y'all next week.
There you have it, folks. The 84 of Kalen Moeller coming in second position tonight. And this guy, I have a chance to cook this guy. I butcher his last name. I get a lot of heck for it. But, Matt, tell you, coming in tonight, you had the fast time. Looking at out of qualifying, you found yourself up front and really had to work your way through the field a little bit. Wesley got out to a nice little lead early on in this race tonight, but you rallied yourself back, finished in good fashion. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on tonight's race.
Yeah, it was a overall pretty decent race for myself. I mean, there's a bunch of cautions, but hey, that's expected here at Oxford. Man, it was a good race. I mean, I knew my car was pretty fast, but there at the end, those fresh tires, I didn't know if I could hold them off, and I was able to.
Well, tonight, you coming into this race, you're 13 in points. They're kind of starting a little late in the season, but you're helping the cause out, taking victory here at Oxford Plains. Next week, we go into Thompson. What can the viewers expect from the 12 car there?
All depends on if I'm home or not. I mean, hopefully I'm going to be so I can continue going. And Thompson's a pretty decent track. I just got to work on a setup a little bit more. But we'll see. Points, really, I'm not really in it for points. I'm just here to race and try to win, and points will play out if they do.
All right. Any additional thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for your runner or for your victory tonight? Apologize on that.
Just STNS and Digital Forge Broadcasting. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you next week, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you have it, folks. I'm going to pull Skip Lynn and Teddy Groh in here tonight. Going to get some race control guys up here with me talking a little bit about tonight's race. A very tough track tonight, guys, put on the schedule. Oxford Plains, a lot of people tend to shy away from this track just due to the difficulty. Seeing a lot of bumping and banging. That's some great short track racing we saw here tonight. Yeah, we had some cautions, but, that's to be expected. And in a very narrow track like this, a very rounded track like this, these guys really working their way through these corners, getting a little Antsy ended up through the curbage there on the apron. What are your thoughts tonight on the race here at Oxford Plains?
Well, the racing was really good. Those first 11 laps were really exciting. Guys were given plenty of room. They weren't door checking each other or checking each other into the boards. But after that lap 11 caution, it didn't seem like we could go anywhere. The guys were warned to be a little bit more respectful tonight. Obviously, it didn't happen. But, they've been talked to. And they'll be talked to in the meeting. We want clean, hard racing, but things are starting to get a little bit out of hand. There was some retaliation that shouldn't have been there, and it will be dealt with accordingly.
That's to be happen, though. Anywhere you go, short track racing, you're bound to have some aggression towards one another, especially with all the contact made. But I think it was a good night. Skip, you got any thoughts on tonight's race?
No, I mean, all in all, it's good, hard racing, just guys not giving room. We had a drivers' meeting middle of last week, and guys agreed to try to give a little bit more room. We've seen a little bit of that off the start, but then once they got into race mode, it's hard to get somebody out of that, and seeing as how tonight was a double-point show, guys are just trying to get everything they could get.
Double points, double the fun, double the race action here at Oxford Plains, and a good track to definitely put that challenge in front of these drivers. Next week we go into Thompson. 100 laps there. Looking forward to a great race there on the schedule. It's a CS Designs 100. What would you guys think that we can expect to see out of the short track or street stock series there from the Short Track National Showdown?
Well, Thompson's a fun little track. It's another high bank oval, high speeds going into the corner, a lot of braking. It's certainly going to be interesting. A lot of the guys are very fast there. Dan LaFoe's got numerous wins there. Thomas Axum had a rough night tonight with a double point show, so I'm sure he's going to be working on his setup as hard as he can. It's going to be interesting here the next 4, 5, 6 races. Thompson's certainly going to be one you're not going to want to miss, so you're certainly going to want to tune into Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. It's going to be awesome.
Well, talking about real quick with the little bit of design changes I noticed today on your guys' website, seeing a different divisions page out there, got some late model modified action out there. What do you guys got going on with that? Anything you'd like to throw it out here on the air to the viewers?
Yeah, what's going to happen is the modifieds will be our next class. They're going to get started on August 23rd. It'll be a $5 registration fee. The first race of the season will be at 5 Flags. So still some short tracking going on. Modified registration is open on the website. It's $5, and all the money goes back into the drivers. The league gets none of it. We want to give back to the drivers. We want the drivers to enjoy themselves coming and racing. And it's just a $5. We bumped it down from 20 to 5 for 10 races. So hopefully we'll get some good amount of guys signed up, and we'll be able to have a 20-plus car field and be able to pay a pretty decent purse for these guys. Top 3 will get paid out.
And if they need to find you, where can they find you, Teddy?
ShortTrackNationalShowdown.com or on Facebook at ShortTrackNationalShowdown.com, and also in the iRacing leagues at the #, the number 1, Short Track National Showdown. And Skip and I are very open to comments, questions, concerns. I know we have some things to deal with here. There's a line wrapped around the hauler here tonight, so we'll take care of that. And like I said, Skip and I are very open and honest about everything we try to do here, and we try to nip everything in the butt right away.
All right. Well, appreciate you guys joining me up here tonight, talking a little bit about the Short Track National Showdown League, what we can expect out of the Street Stock Series, and some great things to come from this league, folks. That's right. You can find them on the web, shorttracknationalshowdown.com. But appreciate it, guys. We'll look forward to seeing you next week at Thompson.
All right, Dustin, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, man.
Well, there you have it, folks. What a night. Double points night. So they didn't even tell me about that one. That's how quiet they kept it. Hopefully keeping the drivers under wraps, but I guess the drivers knew it was going to be double points night, and that means we got double the extra heart of racing here at Oxford Plains. Let's take a look at the final results. Matt Cooker takes victory here Number 12 car right behind him, 84 of Kalen Muller picks up second position. Ryan Lang, Blake Barney, and D.W. Jones rounding out your top 5. Wesley Utt, Jeremy Crandall, Mark LaRoche, Michael Rafferty, Zach Molden through top 10. Thomas Axum had a little bit of issues there late race. Will finish 11th. Cole Eastman, Dan LaFoe, Tracy Jenkins rounds out your start of the field. Hubler will end it early. And through 15. Rest of the drivers here tonight, just here for some autograph sessions. And of course, the two lovely guys at the bottom, 19th, 20th. Your race control gentlemen for the evening. And Thompson Motor Speedway next week. Definitely want to tune in next Monday night at 9 o'clock to catch the Street Stock Series here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Coming up on Wednesday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to find the Championship Racing Association Modified Madness Tour back in action. It's going to be some great racing there, as it always is. The two classes of Modifieds, the Lights and the Tours, battle it out. So you definitely want to put that on your schedule. Hit that subscribe button out there, folks. Like us on Facebook. You can find us as Digital Forge Broadcasting and on the web at forgebroadcasting.com. That's going to do it for us here tonight. I'm Dustin Caldwell saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Wednesday night.